Hello, friends. Good morning, good evening. We are again here are here to discuss about Azure Bastion. Okay, so in the last week we talked about Azure Bastion architecture and the benefits, design, architecture, pros and cons, you know. But today's session is all about step by step. We are going to have a demo around it. We will try to create a simulation. So I was trying to show you this diagram, and we discussed last time as well. But exactly, we are going to create a demo in our one of our live environments, the POC environments, so that you can talk, you can resonate what we are going to talk about, and it is not something that we are discussing the theoretical, but we will delve deeper into the practical things also, that how to do that, right? Okay, so let's try to, it's a recap or summary for the people who are new to this video. So we are going to cover in the left hand side, you will see the Azure portal. We will log in, and at the same time, in the mid of the window, you will see the Hub VNet. In the Hub VNet, we are going to create or place Azure Bastion, right? And these Hub VNet is going to pair with spoke VNets on the right hand side. Exactly, we are going to do the same simulation in our today's demo. So without wasting time, let's get started. The only difference you see, the IP schema has been changed. We are not going to remain the same IP address range for sure, but I have created a dedicated slide, dedicated sheet for you. So we will talk about this one. So I wanted to share with you quickly. We will discuss. Okay, this is the broader range I have taken for this demo. So I have created one VNet for hub from this IP range only, and then we have spoke 1 and spoke 2. So total three VNets we have created, and we will be creating in this demo, right? And in the hub VNet we will have our provision Azure Bastion, right? And that Bastion is going to act as a shared Bastion, and bridging the other VNets as well, right? So we don't need we don't need a static or dedicated Azure Bastion in each of the VNet, right? Okay, so this is the high level of IP schema understanding, and one I each spoke VNet, we have a dedicated virtual machine also. You can see the virtual machine name here. The important part of this demo is to understand what we have in our hand first, right? So these are the things we are going to validate in front of you on the screen itself, right? All VNets should be in the same region. That's the primary requirement, right? So let's go to console without spending time. Okay, now you can see the name itself. This is the demo Azure Bastion Hub VNet, right? So this is the Hub VNet we're going to talk about. Let's spend few seconds here. So now you can see the resource group name is also Azure Bastion RG. Now the important point is TOS. The location should be same, right? So across all three VNets that we are going to talk today and use in this demo will be in the HTOS only, right? Now the first VNet we have seen, go to next one. What is the VNet name? Spoke VNet 1, right? Same HTOS. Then we have second one, spoke VNet 2, right? In now the region has been clear. We'll go back to actual when you can see. Let's mark. Okay, this is done, right? And we can also color it just for the better identification. Now, what is next? VNet pairing with VNet hubs, right? Now, so let's go to how VNet, how to see pairing. We know very well. In the left hand side, you'll see the pairing. Okay. Now, good part is that this is your VNet's name, right? Remote VNet's name. Remote means we are in the hub VNet. So the spoke 1 and spoke 2 uh, acting as a remote VNet. Now the pairing is there and the connectivity is also there. Just for your understanding of what I have done, I will try to create a VNet pairing. We will not do that like, a demo here. We just put the name, resource manager, type this, and then we'll select. It will not allow us to do that, but I'm just giving you the glimpse. So you can select this one, right? We can check mark these both, and then we can put demo spoke one, because it is going to be create a integration and pairing with you know demo vnet one, right? You need to just put basic details here, select the virtual network, and then click add. The moment you click add, it will create a pairing the way it is shown here, right? Now we have the VNet pairing, so this is not going to be one way direction. We will validate from the other side as well. So let's go to this spoke VNet one, and we'll see whether we have a pairing with VWAN uh, uh, hub VNet or not. All right, so let me scroll left a little bit. See, the spoke VNet one has integration with demo hub, right? And likewise, this is the second one. Let's go to pairing, and then this has also got integration and pairing with hub VNet, right? So now keep in mind, in this demo we have not created pairing between spoke 1 and spoke 2. You don't have to do that. The pairing has to happen between hub and spokes only, right? And this is the reason you will see in the hub VNets you see two pairings, one for spoke 1 and other one is for spoke 2, right? Now, so the test number 1 done. Pairing is also done. I think second has been also done. Let's mark it both with this color. Now we need to validate while doing this VNet integration. We should have at least the basic SKU version of Bastion, right? See the demo Bastion is there. We can click here. It will take us to the properties of this. You know. Okay, let's get started with creation of a demo. Okay, so I think one thing I wanted to show you here, the tier of this Bastion, right? So the Bastion hub, the name of this Bastion service, and you'll see the basic tier. Uh, it has been created, right? But I will show you how to create. So we can simply search Bastion here, right? And this is the one I have created for the demo, but we can show how to create Bastion. It's very simple. You have to select your subscription, then resource group. This demo subscription I have to choose. Put demo Bastion, uh, demo Bastion 2. We can select basic one. So the only condition and the only recommendation from the Microsoft that you have to choose basic and onwards. Like basic, you can choose standard and the premium. The developer edition will not work as a shared Bastion, right? So I'm going to select basic because I have taken this SKU in our demo, right? It will ask where do you want to provision. So it just select the hub VNet, and then it will create a dedicated subnet if you have a free space. If not, then you can create your own subnet like this. I have already created in advance. Okay. So this is how you can do that. This is the one actually I'm referring. Okay, let me show you like this. Okay. So this is the range and this is the name of the, but it's a predefined. You have to use the same name Azure Bastion subnet and then IP address. Otherwise it will not work, right? So if you have not created, this will be created in the wizard itself, right? It will create a public IP. So it will correct name and the PIP. So I'm putting PIP stands for public IP, and then review and create. So whatever information you have supplied here, you can just validate that. If all looks fine, you can just hit create. It will create a Bastion for you. It takes time because at the backend it creates a lot of instances, a lot of configuration has to be done. So it takes time, like 15-20 minutes you have to spend, and then your Bastion will be ready. And this is the reason I created in advance so that we can save time in this demo. So we have the Bastion ready. Now I'll take you to Excel. So what we have shown, the SKU. Okay, now we have the basic SKU that is done. And on the spoke VNets, we should have the VNet. right? So in the spoke VNets, we should have the virtual machines as well, right? So I'll do one thing. I'll just copy the name from here and post it here, and we'll see the properties of these virtual machine, right? Where they are hosting and the region and everything. So location, you can see it's a East US, right? And what is the most important point for us is the subnet where it is connected. When we click on that, it will take us to the subnet on the VNet, right? So that is also there. It is part of the spoke one. Now next thing is that whether we have the Bastion or not. So Bastion, it will be shared only. So this, see, the Bastion is coming from Hub VNet, right? So I think we are good to go, and we can definitely identify and verify the IP address of that virtual machine, right? You know, or let me search from here. Okay. So now we have this virtual machine in the one of the spokes VNet, right? And we will just verify the IP address where it is done. Now see 10.1.20.4. So one way we can verify in the Excel. See, this is the subnet one, which is coming under spoke VNet one, right? 20 series. And second way we can you can validate in the virtual network itself, right? So when we click on virtual network, now see the what is the range coming? I address range 10.1.20.0, right? So that is also coming from the same range. So it is also validated. So three things we wanted to see: the region, the VNets, and the IP address. And yeah, absolutely VNets, locations, and the public IP addresses, right? Now time has connect to use Bastion to connect this virtual machine. Okay, so we'll create connect from Bastion route, and it is automatically populating here, which is coming from the Hub VNet. We have not created a dedicated Bastion, in our this one. Okay, so I wanted to show you the connecting of this virtual machine and the Bastion, how it is going to work, right? So I have supplied username and the password. Let's hit connect. So using the shared VNet, our virtual machine will be accessible over the internet using the HTML5 client through the shared. Oh, we have been logged in. Now see the IP address range. This is coming from the spoke VNet 1, right? Now, so one of the use cases we have tested. Now I'll try to show you the second virtual machine as well. So let's. I'm just trying to minimize it somehow. So we'll search, like, what is the virtual machine name? It's spoke 2 VM1, right? This is the virtual machine we wanted to test. Before proceeding and connecting to this, we will also verify the location. STOS is there, and the spoke VNet 2. It's a spoke 2 actually. We'll verify, and the IP address range is coming from 10.1.30.4. So when I validate that, so I'll take you to VNet 2, spoke 2 basically. So we'll see the IP address range, which is also designed 10.1.30.0/23, and in a subnet we will see. Okay, so this is where our virtual machine is residing, right? So now we are fine. So let's get this connected. Okay, so on this virtual machine, we will go once again. Okay, now this virtual machine is also running here. Let's try to connect through Bastion, and I will supply the username and password here, and this is connected. Yeah, so I was saying we can also validate the IP address of this virtual machine. This is 10.1.30.4 in our Excel tracker. Now, see, this is coming from here, and we have also validated on the portal. this is part of our, you know, the spoke VNet 2, right? So that is also coming from 10.1.30.0. So with this note, I think we are able to conclude. And if I take you to this, so I think this is also done, right? So we can mark with this basic and the prerequisite note. We are done with this activity, right? And I just wanted to show you the benefit of this activity. First, we covered, right? We understood this concept, right? On with the live example, right? And I wanted to show you the cost benefit of this resource, right? Yeah. So what I wanted to share with you, the Azure Bastion Basic, the second one, is costing 19 cents per hour, right? When you multiply with 24 hours, it will come around $4.5 per day you're going to pay, right? Now it's a huge cost, right? So if you have a scope of improvement and if you have tens of hundreds of VNets running and the virtual machines are associated to to them, you can definitely leverage the shared VNet, and this is going to be extremely useful for you and your organization in terms of saving the cost. Yeah, with this note, I'm very delighted, happy to share the knowledge with you. With this good note, I'm stopping, and thank you so much for your time.